In the Brewing Student Cultures podcast, we will cover topics of student life
from both international and Dutch perspective. A podcast by International Students Work.
Hello everyone, welcome to the International Students Work podcast, Brewing Student Cultures. My name is Alyssa.
And I'm Isabella, and today we're here with the extra episode. After this first season with amazing guests and amazing topics, we couldn't end the season without talking about dating in the Netherlands.
Of course, and today we have some very, very special guests who know all about the dating scene in the Netherlands. Would you like to present yourself? Alexia, would you like to go first?
Hi, my name is Alexia. I'm 21 years old and I've been living in the Netherlands for almost 2 years because I study here.
My name is Piera. I am Dutch. I've been living in the Netherlands since all my life, and I'm 22 years old.
Okay, so yeah,
welcome.
Again, thank you for being here and sharing your experience and everything. I think we have so many people interested in this topic.
Absolutely.
So many people asked me to record this app.
Wow.
So I was like, of course I'm doing. Don't ask me twice.
Yeah, and well, I think dating is a big part of student life, right? University students often talk about dating as part of the culture as well. And I think we should start with something that could set the scene already.
Okay.
So let's see. What do you think? Who should pay the bill from the first date?
Oh, that's a very controversial one.
Yeah.
Oh, ladies first, then.
Thanks. In my opinion, I would say that it's very kind of the guy who takes you out. Like in my opinion, going out with a guy, I would like him to pay because I think it's like a kind gesture. Since he's going out with me and like, oh, it's nice to be with you. It's like a way to show that he like enjoyed the time. But like, I don't mind splitting the bill. I always offer. Yeah. But I just think it's like, I mean, in Brazil it's very often...
Maybe something cultural that it's already pre-established, like that's why you think man should pay or woman, whatever.
I think it's fine if like we split. I don't have any problem with that. I just think it's like a kind gesture, you know, like it's something like that a gentleman would do. I know it's like a controversial opinion, but yeah, I would feel like, you know,
happy about
very
it.
Nice, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, a guy pays on the first date.
Okay.
I mean, that's not, for me, it's not negotiable. You know, if you're a man, you're a guy, you pay on the first date. You know, in the Netherlands, we have this phrase like, you know, go Dutch. You know, it's like... when we like, you know, we also have made this app called Tikkie where we can like...
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I have bad experiences with that.
Yeah, exactly. Like you know, as a Dutch person, I completely disagree with that kind of behavior. I mean, if I take a girl out on a date, I pay. And if you take a girl out on a date and you're a guy, the bill's for you. So for example, I have a little sister. She's 16 almost. At some point she's gonna date. And I told her this. If a guy takes you out on a date and he doesn't pay, you delete him. That's how you see it. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna take my sister out and not pay. That's at least how I see it.
Well, that's a good opinion, I would say.
Yeah. Like, as a girl, would you offer to pay for a date?
Yeah, I mean, I always offer because I don't want the person to think that I'm taking advantage of them, you know? Like, I don't have a problem with that, but I just think it's really nice if the guy pays, you know? It shows, like, an extra level of caring and an extra level of, like, attention and, yeah.
I like that too.
So,
even if, like, I don't mind if we split the bill, but... I feel like if there isn't at least that little game, you know, that dance, you know, of course I'll pay. that I think that should be polite in all situations, you know, like it's a given for me. But I wouldn't mind splitting either.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I mean, I have my rule of if you invite, you're gonna pay. So if I invite you over, I'm gonna pay. But yeah, again, I really think it's kind and
it does set the mood for the future dates, right? You go like, he paid.
Yes, of course. I think that's something like it's a little extra points, like a few extra points, I would say.
Yeah, true. You said you had bad experience with the Tikkie app.
Oh my god.
You wanna talk about it?
Yeah, I'll share that. So once I went on a date with this guy, and everything was fine. Like, we had dinner together, and at the end, when the bill came, of course I offered to pay because I always do. Like, oh, should we split the bill? And he said, no, I'll pay. And I said, oh, okay, thank you. You know, kind gesture. And I accepted that, so it was fine. At the end, like, nothing happened with the guy, so maybe it was because of that, you know? Maybe because I said that, like, oh, okay, maybe it's better if we stay friends, you know?
Okay.
He just texted me a Tikkie with, like...
Like half of the bill?
No.
More than half.
What? More than half?
Like, and
Was
I
he
was just
aiming
like,
to, like-
wait, what? But, like, why? And he was like, we drank water as well. Tap water.
That water is free.
I know.
Is he serious?
Yeah, and maybe he charged me for his time. I don't know. I just blocked him after
And
that.
an interest, right?
Yeah,
my
he was really blocked after that. I paid, of course, because you know, if he really wants the money, I gave it to him, and
Okay, so you disagree with the situation?
I disagree with the guy. I mean,
Oh.
you know, there are moments where, of course, you take a girl out and it doesn't work out, but then you take it. I mean, that's the danger of the game,
Yeah.
right? That's why you should be. I mean, I wouldn't say you should be like a little bit okay. You know, if I'm really interested, then go for the date, not just like, oh, she's just hot, let me date.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like dates are more for you to like get to know the person.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you don't really know who you're going on a date with, so it's a nice experience so you know if you're really interested in this person or not. And it's fine for both ways to say no, you know. I feel like it's better to stay friends, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like the worst part of that situation though is that he agreed initially. He agreed
Yeah.
to pay. So that's what is weird.
Yeah.
Because if he said like no, let's split, then you could have split that at that moment. right?
Exactly. I would feel fine with that because I offered, so it's okay if he said no, let's split, or like no, I'll pay everything and I'll send you a Tikkie later. Like the agreement was I'll pay, but then afterwards the Tikkie came. So
Surprise.
surprise.
It's like conditional dating.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah.
No, that's not nice. What about you girls? Did you have any bad experiences with that, or?
Tikkie.
Yeah, I don't think so. But Tikkie is like, I don't know. It's maybe around like the Dutch culture revolves a lot around Tikkie. I like it. I like sometimes like I feel it's unfair. Like if you don't make the what's it called, if you don't do it often, then it sometimes can be forgotten. You know, like for example, you go out with a friend and the bill's really high. You can't just say like, oh. Like, you can just ask, like, forget about the payment because it's a high amount. If it's something small, I don't care. But I like that, like, you get to say, oh, you can just send me a Tikkie later. Like, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
true.
think that dating, though, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have any experience, thank God, but
Lucky you.
yeah.
We haven't been so out and about in the dating
Yeah, exactly. So
life in the Netherlands yet.
maybe
Yet.
that's why. Okay, but so I think cultural-wise, it depends on the person who's gonna pay. Yeah, we have this thing. But one of the things that I really saw the difference when moving to like Latin America to Europe was the stages of relationship. So I don't know, going out and meeting someone and then going to a date and then 3 months to go like and be actually girlfriends and boyfriends and whatever. How like you can start. How are the stages of relationship here in the Netherlands?
It's really difficult to say like in general because maybe I do it a little bit differently because the first dates I consider it just as casual. I'm not gonna go in with a lot of like expectations like you know there's some conditions you know and I want to find the girl of my life, you know. I usually just go in with the intention, okay, you know, let's see, it's just casual, and if it's like if I like her and I know she's a good girl, then I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I can like be more serious about it. And the stages, I would say I go on a few dates, usually take out for dinner or we can do some things together. For example, watch movie or whatever, and then if I'm like, okay, there's some chemistry here and there, and I'm like, okay, then I'm gonna see like, okay, where does she stand? If she also like, if she's like looking for only casual or like friends with benefits, okay, then it's only that. But if it's like, okay, also she wants a relationship, then yeah, you usually just say it actually. But at least for me, I'm like, oh, I think you're nice, and yeah, you want to make things official. That's how at least I do it.
Okay, but then like how many dates until we can actually get and make things official?
That's a good question. I usually wait. It doesn't matter on the dates. I usually wait 2 to 3 months.
Oh.
I want to see like, because I feel like you can go. You don't want to rush anything. So I'm like, I would like to know her a little bit more before I'm really like gonna commit to a relationship. Because I'm in a relationship, I really want to commit to her, and not just like go in and like being like half-baked relationship and like not be committed. I want, if I'm really serious about it, then I want it to be serious as well. I don't want to be like half-baked or anything.
Okay, all right.
And that stage is like casual dating. That's what you call it, or?
Yeah, like I would say the first few dates, maybe first 3. I'd say, okay, just casual. And if we like continue hanging out and we continue texting, then I'm like, okay, there's some chemistry going on.
And do you have to ask, like, would you like to be my girlfriend? Kind of like that? Or do you think it's something that it's implied?
It's like, natural.
Yeah, I wonder, because sometimes, like...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to say, if you don't ask me, I'm not your girlfriend. That's
true,
not happening.
Right?
No.
No, I ask because I want it to be a bit more like personal, like I don't want any unclear things in what we have. I just want to be straight up with her.
But do you think that's common here in the Netherlands?
Do I think that's common? I don't know actually. As a Dutch person, I'm so sorry. I don't really know. I don't really know if that's common.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure. No.
Okay, fine. All right. And what about you? Like, I think you can talk a little bit about Brazil.
Yeah.
The stages and how it's different from here.
Yeah. I was a bit unsure about this dating stages. Like this 2 or 3 months, would you guys say that like you're only seeing each other, or are you free to see other people,
It's exclusive,
Is it exclusive dating? Or
Personally, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
I mean, things don't work out, right? So if you have options, then you can.
That's true, because I think that's a bit different from Brazil. So in Brazil, like I would say that like you meet someone either way through party, texting, or in some way. You guys like meet or like text for a while. There's like the stage of like conversation and like meeting each other, going on dates or things like that, but nothing serious, and then if you guys see that there's something like,
or maybe there is something,
like then you guys start like hanging out more, and like only with each other. Then there's the stage that you guys like have to talk to each other and say, we're like,
what are we?
Yeah. Like, and there's like this stage that like we're not dating yet, but we're exclusive.
Yeah, there's we call it staying. Like staying with someone, and there's serious staying. And not so serious staying. It's just staying, right? And the serious staying, I think that's what you meant with the last
exactly.
Yeah.
So then you get to a point that it's getting very serious, which is the serious staying, that like you guys only see each other. It's basically dating, but you don't call each other boyfriend and girlfriend. That's the only difference, I would say. Maybe like not involving parents and stuff.
Yeah.
And then afterwards you go to dating.
It's not. Well, the thing is, I think it's a part of the transition, right? Like, we have more stages, although they're maybe shorter, right? I don't know, but steps. We call them a lot. We have determined. Like, you can ask, like, oh, is your girlfriend? No, we're just seriously staying together.
Yeah.
So funny.
That's true.
Yeah, but you mentioned family. Mm-hmm. How long it is here in the Netherlands to present the girl to your family? Not present, but maybe let them know each other, like,
or just tell your family, maybe like, I'm seeing this girl, like that.
As soon as I really like her, I will usually tell my parents, like, I'm seeing this girl and I really like her. Usually that's not that not very long. It's like very. If I just like her, then I'll tell my parents. Like I'm seeing this girl, I like her. You know.
That's nice.
Because I think for us it's like he told his parents
Yes.
about me.
It's
Like,
such
it's
a big thing.
Yeah.
It's such a big thing.
So-
Like, yeah.
It's not here in the Netherlands.
No, I don't think so. I mean, yeah. I mean, personally, I'm close with my parents. I'm not too close, but like I tell them what's going on, and I don't think it's a big thing. It's just okay, dating. Yeah, sure.
You don't make a big deal out of it.
They also don't make it. No.
Nice.
No.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
But would you say that this is general or is it just you?
I would say it's kind of general.
Okay.
If you're like taking her to your house and like present her, that's different. That's
okay,
different.
yeah.
But if
Okay.
you just inform them, like I'm seeing her, that's totally different. That's just normal, I would say here.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, how long would it take for you to present your parents to her, like officially, like in an actual presentation?
Like
Or her,
lunch,
maybe
lunch
coming
with
over
family.
to your house. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, personally, my parents live abroad, so I cannot
Oh.
present
A Zoom call then.
a Zoom call. Yeah, that's a good question, actually. I would say, I don't know, actually. I'll see you
About the feeling.
about the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I don't have a specific timeline for that.
Yeah, true. Some things you don't plan, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you just say like, oh, I kind of want them to meet.
Yeah, but I feel like that's different in Brazil though. Like if you meet the parents, it's serious.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I would say that if you meet the parents, it gets very serious. You usually do that after you say like we're either seriously staying, you know, or like we're actually in a relationship. Then you're gonna meet my parents. Yeah.
Something that I also see, I saw the difference in Europe in general. It's like they don't have this big proposal like to be girlfriends and boyfriends here, because in Brazil people like they go crazy, and we're not even talking about marriage here. We're talking about, do you want to be my girlfriend? Do you want to be my boyfriend?
I gotta say, I think it's a little lame.
Like,
In my personal opinion,
people go
when
like
they wear
over
rings,
the top.
you know,
Yeah,
so, like-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
No offense to people that wear rings in casual relationships.
Yeah,
like
so
that.
I think that here in Europe, I've never seen like this. Do you want to be my girlfriend? Big proposal with roses and balloons and no, right?
No.
Yeah.
I also think that's lame.
Sorry to anyone that does that. Like I think a lot of people like it, and like it's just lame to me.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Like I've seen people who had that. It was like there was this phase that was very like common to do like on the bed, you know, like that you
Yeah,
put flowers on the bed and then you put pictures and you put like would you be my girlfriend with balloons, you know? That was very common in Brazil for like a while, and I think that's so bad. Like no,
Too much.
please don't do that.
Over the top.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's over the top.
Yeah. Oh, and what about rings here in the Netherlands?
Rings?
Do you
Yeah,
wear
like-
dating rings?
Oh, nah. Nah.
Oh no.
I mean, I would say some couples do that, but the majority here, no.
No, right?
No.
Yeah, I mean in Brazil it's really common, I would
it's a
say.
really big
Really?
thing.
Yeah, like you have rings and then it's like, oh, I'm dating, you know.
Yeah.
It's nice how things are very similar and very different, like
Absolutely.
at the same time, because we have so many different perspectives, but some things are exactly the same worldwide, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think that's a nice thing. Like the difference between the stages and everything should not be an obstacle for you to dating a new country or new nationalities. It should actually be a good thing.
Yeah.
Like you getting to know the culture and
Yeah.
language and everything with
Yeah.
a new perspective afterward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it could be fun, I think, like seeing. Yeah, I think it's really funny as well.
You just have to understand. I feel like everything you need to really talk about it and make things clear. Otherwise, it can be an obstacle. Like if I am understanding in one way
Yeah.
and then it's different from another culture,
Mm-hmm.
then it can be a problem, I would say. But if you talk about it, I think it should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any tips actually for dating in the Netherlands, in another country?
Well, it depends on where you're from. If you're not from a Western country, I think that it's gonna be a big big difference because I've met a lot of international students that would come to the Netherlands, and they're usually from Asian countries or I would say African countries, and they tell me, like, you know, mostly girls, they say like, why are guys not paying, or why are they not treating me like with bringing me flowers? You know, it's a big difference. They wouldn't. So if you come from these countries, don't have like big expectations. Be prepared to be like treated equally most of the time, even when paying. So like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would say like just be open for anything, you know, like of course just keep your standards and your morals and your, like, you know, your own ideals. But like just be open to get to know another culture and like how things work, and kind of try to understand that. And if it doesn't match you, that's fine. Like at least you had an experience, and you know, you have a story to tell.
Yeah, that's so cute.
That's nice. That's really nice. People say that the best way to learn a new language is dating someone that speaks that language, right? Do you have any experience with that?
Like dating another person from another country.
And then
But
learning.
not for the language. Like
Yeah,
just
but then
Oh my
because
God,
of the
I need to learn
situation,
Dutch.
you learn the language of the person. Or
No, I mean, I've dated, for example, I speak Mandarin, so I've dated a lot of Chinese girls, but I've learned their culture a lot more through that, but not the language, I'd say.
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories of people like that start dating someone and speak like different languages because they spend so much time and they want to learn, which is nice. Which I think like communication is key, right? Like when you said about being open and everything, I think you also have to like say, oh, these are my expectations, you know. Like of course it's gonna be really hard on the first date to set things out, but I do think that it could be just a miscommunication thing if there are problems. You could say,
Yeah.
oh, it's because in my culture that happens, and
Mhm.
here that happens.
For sure, yeah.
And what about, because we ask for tips and tricks, what about like apps? Because I see that apps, like dating apps, are very common here in the Netherlands. And like there's a bunch of different ones, the one that only the girl can send message, or the one that whatever. Yeah, but I also I understand how different those apps they're seen here in the Netherlands and outside. Like for example in Brazil, like
True.
dating apps are completely different. Like the mindset of it's completely different from what we have here. And I think people are more used to and open to use those apps here in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my opinion.
I mean, I agree totally, like from my perspective and seeing like people here. I never had any friends, like, no, not any, but I mean, most of my friends never had any dating apps in Brazil, because you have a very, you know, if you have dating apps, you're just seen as a person who has like other intentions, like,
yeah,
and
it's
here,
definitely for not serious relationship.
Yeah,
No.
it's more
That's
like
zero.
inside the hookup culture. I
Yes.
think, those apps.
yes,
Yeah.
it's like to find someone that is like, oh, like just for fun, you know. And here I would say that everyone's open. I see people even like having dating apps to meet new people and make friends, you know. So it's not like you're gonna be judged if you have a dating app. I feel like in Brazil people judge a lot because it's like, oh, you know, you're doing that just for fun. And here everyone uses for the real purpose, that is to find like maybe a relationship or friends, or even like if it's just for fun, like you can mention your intentions there. And yeah,
definitely, because you have like, well, Tinder, you have Bumble, where the girls have to respond first. Also others like Hinge, I don't know, I've never used that, but, yeah, you can exactly, you can like decide what you want to do, or like you can also have a relationship, or just hooking up, or just oh, I don't know, you can also put that there if you're just you know, you don't know what you're looking for. So yeah, it's like all different options, and yeah, usually we don't really care, we don't really judge each other on it. It's just you do you, right?
Yeah, that's really nice. Because like if I don't know, I was using Tinder and I found a friend like in Brazil, I would be like, what are you doing here? Like,
right.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like around here, of course, it's a big city, but we all go to the same universities. So it could be easy to find people that you know already, right?
Yeah, of course. Yes,
Yeah, I mean, all of my friends that I know, like almost all of them, they have some type of dating apps, and it is very common here. So, like, no one will judge you because they're on the dating apps anyways. So, like, how can they judge you if they're there?
True.
Yeah.
So if you come to the Netherlands, don't hesitate to look for dating apps and put yourself there, put what you want, state what your preferences, right?
Yeah.
It could be a
I just
really
came
nice
up with
way.
a question. I'm sorry. I wonder what you're like, because I think when it comes to dating as well, like what you actually do on a date, it's very different where we're from, I think.
Oh yeah.
Like than from here. Like I don't know. What would the ideal date be for you? Like, and also like maybe compared to the country you're from. Would you?
Well, ladies first then.
Okay.
You're being a gentleman.
Yeah. Well, I would say that it's very different here. So I think here, like most guys, they say like, oh, let's go out for drinks, or like, let's get a coffee. Some people say like, let's go to a park. But something that I think it's really interesting that like in Brazil, I would only do with like a boyfriend or some friends is like, oh, we can go like mini golfing or like go bowling and things like that. And you do that on dates here, but like in Brazil, it's not very common for you to like
You
go
to
with
a
someone that
restaurant
like you're
always.
just having a thing with, you know, you go with your boyfriend, like, but I think it's nice, you know, it's a cute idea, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah. Usually I just take her out for dinner or a coffee. I don't really like to do these like bowling or golfing because you have to talk. It's like important to, you know, the first date, or like you have to be able to, you know, talk and where we're both at. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Usually dinner because, you know, you can really look at the scenery, because usually if like a beautiful scenery, like for example a candle, you can make like these romantic vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
And usually if you're eating, people tend to like, you know, they talk more if they're like having something to eat, or they feel more like, how you say, like comfortable when they have something that they can eat. So I think that's why dinner for me, best dating, for example on the first date, best place for me then.
Dinner.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay.
It's true.
Yeah, but you can clearly see the difference. Like I would never go bowling on a first date, like back in Brazil.
Yeah, back in Brazil it's
Yeah.
not common
Here,
at all.
I think it would be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would actually
It would
be a
be
thing.
fun.
I think
Yeah.
it's fun, and it kind of like breaks the ice, you know,
Yeah.
like you're just...
I think it also like shows that the person put some thought into it.
Yeah.
Rather than just like, let's go for drinks in the pub,
Yeah,
which is also fine.
it's
I
fine,
don't
but
mind
it's...
having dinner. I mean,
No, dinner, yes, of course.
I think
but-
it's nice because everyone would just say drinks, drinks, drinks. And then if someone gives you that like kind of
yeah that
idea,
extra.
like
Mhm.
you're just like, oh, that like this person's very creative. That's very nice, you know?
True.
Okay.
That too.
Really nice.
Yeah, okay. So wrapping things up, we learned some major tips about the dating life in the Netherlands. You should definitely communicate well. You should be open to new experiences, and you should also be ready to get to know new people. That culture, like open.
Yeah, don't be afraid to state your preferences.
Yeah,
as
to
well.
set your preferences and to know what to expect also from the culture that you're getting into, right? And yeah, we also learned that the Tikkie culture is a thing in the Netherlands, and that you should probably at least offer to pay on the first date.
What a
Maybe.
great way to end the season. Oh my god. Yeah, so thank you, guests, again for being here. Thank you for watching and listening, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed this first season. It was really nice.
Yeah,
Great
we had so much
topics.
fun.
Great guests. Oh my god.
Absolutely.
If you haven't watched all of our episodes, we have a podcast playlist, so just check it out. And yeah, hope to see you soon. Yeah. Bye.